Divine Space Channel. Today I am live at 7:07. Not rhyme, but that's life. And I stayed up. I'll be honest with you. Well, I didn't stay up late. I got up early and I watched a movie. And the movie was called The Knights Templar. And it was made in 2009. And it was about a female Indiana Jones, whose father was also an archaeologist. But anyway, it said on the title, it said full movie. And I saw the length of the movie and I had time to watch the full movie. But it was only half of the movie. So it took me a while to find the second half of the movie. And then it ran over a little bit longer than I needed it to. But, considering I'm only 2 minutes late, I think I did really well. Oh, look at that. This envelope color matches that owl. But as some of you know, I won a contest from Tina on the Hot Diggity Dog contest. They had, after they had the collaboration about the hot dogs, they had a drawing night and, a summation of the collaboration. And they showed some of the videos and a very fun time. And I won a burrito blanket. And I've shown that unboxing already. And it was a lot of fun to get that burrito blanket. Well, Marty happens to need a new mattress. So we haven't unfurled the burrito blanket yet. So I got an idea. And I took to Amazon. Let me see where I should open this at. I've already blocked out the address, so I'm going to open this over here. It's kind of perfect the way this is packaged, because I think I can save most of it to reuse it. There we go. Now look at that. This is really neat. See what this says here. Now if this is a warranty. Let's see. Dear customer, thank you for your purchase from our store. You can get $15 or an Amazon gift card equal to the value if you take a minute to leave a product review for us. This is very important for us. We appreciate your help. You can email us your order number after you left your product review. We will refund your money via PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, we can email you the gift card. Our email address is blank. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact us. Our goal is to resolve any issues within 24 hours. Look forward to hearing from you. And then it's in German. Deutsch. So let's look. Oh, this feels so soft. Okay, let's see what this tag says. I found the shipping interesting on this. It was shipped by, good morning, Lilia. Good to see you. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. But let's see what this is. Now remember, I want a burrito blanket, which is a round burrito. And this is, oh, look at this. This is so cute. Now, if this, okay, hang on. This is a fitted sheet. And it's got a taco on it. It's kind of hard to see the taco, but these sheets are very nice and soft. And here's the pillow. Oh, look at the pillowcase. I guess if I put it this way, this looks like a pillow cover more than a pillowcase, which is nice. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Let me see who we have in here. Good morning, Jennifer. I'm enveloping some sheets for Marty's bed. Marty's got a new mattress and they got a new office chair. We just have to assemblage. But I won that burrito blanket from that collaboration, Hot Diggity Dog, celebration at the end of collaboration, whatever it's called. I guess that's what you call it. But anyway, after that, I got an idea and I ordered Marty these taco blankets. So here's the taco pillow cover. And the sheets have the same pattern on them. And it's nice and soft. And I'm glad that's a pillow cover. What I was originally going to do was just going to put plain brown sheets on the bed. And Marty wanted the brown, not the beige, because you know how burritos are. They're, that beige color with the brown spots from where it's cooked. So, and here are the sheets. I guess the fitted sheet, I hate to undo this because you never can get a fitted sheet folded back right, or I never learned to. Well, that's the flat sheet is not here, just the fitted sheet. That was unexpected. I expected a fitted sheet and a full sheet. So I'll have to go back and check my order and see if that's right. I never would have taken this apart if I'd known it was just the fitted sheet, but I was looking for the flat sheet as well. Yeah, that's not acceptable. It needs to be the whole set. So I don't know what happened. I don't know why they sent me just the, I guess maybe they thought this was a sheet. I don't know. Huh. So that order is like half complete and I paid up for that. But anyway, that happens. Good morning, Maddie. So good to see you. How are things going in Europe? I know that's a vague question, but I guess I should just, the first person in the room, I don't know. I don't read Arabic or Aramaic. Actually, Aramaic was in that movie that us watched, The Knight Templar. It was really a quest for the gospel of Jesus. And it, well, I don't want to do a spoiler. But anyway, Jennifer Hayes has been a chat buddy of mine for at least 4 years now. It's very warm in Scotland. It's hot here. Yeah, I live in Florida. I know you knew I lived in the United States, but I live in Florida, and it's very hot here. And but Jennifer is a moderator for many auctions and many chats, and she helps a lot of people. And No Blank, No Frills, and No Mercy is in the United Kingdom, and he does fish tank videos, and he also does lives. And I love watching the fish tank videos. The one that's purple, I finally figured out that it wasn't purple, that you'd like put a purple light on it, but it was very, very beautiful. And he leaves those lives on. Um, I don't know what time of day it is there, but very wonderful and relaxing fish tank videos. I used to watch a gentleman named Dan, and I don't know if he quit. Um, he was, or if he's still going. Oh, okay, you put it on just after. Oh, at noon. Oh, 12:17. So it's 12, or is it 12:17 there now? I know the time difference is 5 hours between here and London, so I figured you were 5 hours away. Except for that time during like daylight savings time, seems like maybe it's different in every country in the United Kingdom, but England seems like it has a different weekend that would they spring forward or fall back. And so the time difference can be 4 hours or 6 hours near the time that we spring forward or fall back. The Seventh Son, good morning. That's an interesting channel name. I think there's legends about the seventh son of the seventh son of the seventh son. I don't remember any of them, but I remember that as kind of I guess what you would call the trope of a movie or a legend or a story is when there's a common pattern in in the storyline. But not to say that anything about your title, name, or you is part of a fiction. But I mean, are you a seventh son? And there was a old. I mean, this came out before I was born, but I watched it in reruns. Um, about seven brothers. There was like a frontier type TV series. I don't even remember the name of it. It may have been the Seven Sons or the Seven Brothers. So I remember that from like my distant past, and I know there are more than several stories that go like that. And there are legends about I don't know the so many daughters, of so many daughters. And I find I've been a genealogist in my life. I traced my family tree when I was 10 years old. And from 10 till about 5 years ago, when I gave up my genealogy library, I researched in spurts here and there over the years. Life gets in the way, and it's not something I did professionally. I did do it somewhat for others, but it was always for free. I gave myself away for free to a lot of people over family history, but I enjoyed it. And I found my family female line. Like a lot of people, you know, my last name's Freeman. Of course, that's my married name. We're all boys. Oh my goodness. So you are the seventh son. Wow. But that's so interesting. I find that fascinating when it happens, and I find it fascinating when people like, you have John Jr., you have John Sr., John Jr., John the Third, John the Fourth. It just all is, you know, I love legacies in families. But I found my straight female line fascinating because, like I was getting ready to say, like the Freeman family, when people do their genealogy, oh goodness. So, you're going to have 7 sons, right? um, but most people just take that one surname and they follow the straight male line in the research. Like, good morning. Oh my goodness. It's Marky from New Zealand. Good morning. Actually, good afternoon, especially for you. It might even be approaching evening in New Zealand. I don't know. What time is it there, Marky? But the straight female line of my family is interesting to me. I know when they do DNA, if you're a male, the DNA traces mainly back on your male line. And I know that, like, there have been different families. Like, I'm connected to the Bell family of Scotland, which we claim that we're a clan and that the Scottish government doesn't feel like we're a clan. So, for decades now, that they've been trying to become a clan. They lump them in another clan. I don't want to say the clan name because I don't want to start a feud. You know how all that can be, some of you. The ones of you that Marky here is from England. Good morning, Matt's Aquarium. How are you? Thank you so much. Did you follow Maddie in here? Or are you Maddie under a different account? Oh, okay. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. And because I do unboxings Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 3 or 3:30, depending on how old the video is. But everything airs by 3:30, and then Wednesday night, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do Bible readings. And somebody early on told me to divide my channels. And if I'd have done that, to have a second channel for either the unboxings or the Bible readings. Of course, the name buying space is related to the unboxings. It's not related to the Bible readings. So I would have created, if I'd have taken that advice and had a second channel for my Bible readings. The thing is, my numbers. I mean, I feel like on each channel right now, instead of being at 1,000, or I'm at 1,399. So now, Matt, you might have been my 1,400 subscriber. That would be wonderful. Yeah, I know. Exactly. I've read that or saw that on a video and heard experts say that if you have a very narrow interest group, that when people come to your channel, they know what to expect. And so everybody, they push you out with that audience and related topics. So if you have a variety of topics on your channel, it's harder for you to grow. And but I do things like show family events and talk about my little diverse library, and different things. My adult child has interest in Magic the Gathering, so and I have a past with Dungeons and Dragons, and I used to be the coordinator for the Jacksonville Dungeons and Dragons meetup group, and also I played Dungeons and Dragons in college. And I've played with people that actually played with Gary Glaxick. Is it? I don't know. I'm mispronouncing his last name. But anyway, it used to be a thing. It used to be a big thing. And I went through different phases of life that I did that. I'm not going to get into Magic the Gathering, though. I know it somewhat to support my adult child, but I don't play it myself. And they tried to talk me into it at the gaming store a couple of times. I'm like, no. But, they thought probably they wanted to sell me cards too. So I have a wide variety of stuff. I do a sinkhole. I'm following a sinkhole in my neighborhood, and I need to get back there and do another sinkhole video. But my channel content is very diverse. It's not focused. So I really understand the want to have a second channel. The thing is, am I going to have a channel with just the sinkholes on it? Am I going to have a channel just for the library? Am I going to have, it just goes on and on. And how would I divide? A lot of the slice of life stuff is mixed. Like this morning, I did an unboxing, but I've talked about genealogy. I mean, I could do a channel on history and family history. So it's just like when you come to my channel, you get all of me, And I know that's not good for my analytics, but I've always been the person that I'm just going to be me, Yeah, it's, because when you come in and I give you a shout out on your other channel, I just say blank because I don't even want to try to pronounce what that is because it's kind of a forbidden word. And I don't use that word anymore in my life. In 2020, during the pestilence, I became Christian again. And that wasn't the main reason, but I was like, it talks about this in the Bible. I've been an atheist for over 40 years at that point, and I was very stubborn about acknowledging God, obviously, for a very long time. So it's been a journey, and so I guess the channel's kind of about me and my life, and ordering online at YouTube auctions has become a big hobby for me. And now I sell occasionally. So now I'm a reseller because, well, I've been hanging out with resellers for 5 years and I guess it's rubbing off. I'm not, how do I say this? I'm not gun ho about reselling. I'm not one of those people that sells every moment of every day that I possibly can. Um, I don't look at it as a living. Mercy or Frills. Oh, okay. Or Maddie. Well, I prefer to call you Maddie. But the thing is, I have a channel name, Buying Space. And when I come in a room and somebody calls me Buying or they call me Space, that doesn't tell the people in the room my real name. And you have to associate like Maddie with, the channel name. Of course, Matt's Aquarium is self-explanatory. Good morning, Giggles. That's TJ. And TJ has several drones, and he's a drone daredevil. I haven't gone to your channel recently, TJ, I have to admit. Have you done any more videos recently? I really enjoy the racetrack one. I remember that one. I remember the little area that had the little tiny cottages that you were flying under signs and stuff, and you fly between trees and. Oh, okay, cool. I recently, well, within the last year, I found a guy from my hometown because I've been going for probably almost 5 years to the Sunrise drones. Um, Maddie, look up Dennis Lovelady. I mean, connect with Giggles FPV, but also connect with Dennis Lovelady and Rodney Bell because they have every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, they put their drones in the air and they watch a sunrise, which is really neat. And so, anyway, and everybody that's in the drone community comes in there, a lot of people. There's actually a guy named Matt from Australia that hangs out with him occasionally or has been on Rodney Bell's talk show more than several times. But there's a meetup in South Florida every year. I think they just had it. They have it between spring and summer in South Florida. I don't know if you can, if you travel internationally a lot. Right now, United States is kind of not to be political, but we're kind of a dumpster fire right now as far as our government, and there's a lot of negative stuff going on right now. And like if I lived out of the United States right now and wanted to travel, I would probably not come to the United States right now, to be honest. But definitely not California. California, Texas, and Florida are having some serious issues right now. But and there's potential for New York and Chicago to have serious issues beyond the serious issues they normally have. That's all I'll say. But anyway, but I would connect with him. But I also ran into recently a person named Preston Newton, Newton, and he does drone footage from where I grew up. He just recently did a drone footage of the Jaeger Bridge in Charleston, West Virginia. And I don't know if any of you know who Chuck Yeager is, but he broke the speed of sound. He was the first airplane pilot that broke the speed of sound. Went, was it supersonic, is what they call it. And he did that. And my dad was there with it the day he did it because Chuck is a cousin. He's like a fourth or fifth cousin, or was. He's passed on now. But anyway, he flew under that bridge in Charleston while breaking the speed of sound. And my dad was present that day. And they knew each other or of each other as they were growing up before Chuck became famous. He's related to me through the Polly family of Lincoln County. That's where he's from, Lincoln County, West Virginia. And he did well for himself. I didn't agree with his politics later on, but and he did get a little political for a while before he passed. So I guess we all diminish as we age. I don't know how else to say it, but anyway, he passed away, and my dad passed away before our 45th president was ever elected. Before the 45th president ever thought about running for office. Well, he might have done that when he was younger, but you know what I'm saying. Before the trip down the escalator happened, and before President Obama poked him and teased him about things, which that was probably Obama's biggest mistake in his entire life, was challenging him. But anyway, I don't want to talk about him. Good morning, Roll Call Cabin. So good to see you. Roll Call Cabin has built a cabin in his neck of the woods with his chainsaws and his bare hands. And it's so neat to watch. And this really, talk about grit. I've seen people in my life like Roll Call Cabin. He has had bruised or cracked ribs recently, and he's took on this huge blockage of a road with this huge tree on it. I was so glad to see your son out there helping you because it's when you do something like that to start with, it's dangerous. And you really need somebody with you just as a spotter. I mean, if you just have somebody sitting in your vehicle watching you that can call if you need emergency assistance kind of situation. I've thought about getting one of those really small handheld chainsaws. They make them really, you can get them that they're like just, I don't know, maybe 10 inches, and you can cut down branches, small branches. And I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. Oh, wow. I just lost a bulb. Good morning, Jeffrey. Well, I missed you, Jeffrey. I'm sorry. How are you doing? Jeffrey, there it goes. I don't know what's with that bulb. Um, but Jeffrey does like beautiful sunset and sunrise videos on the water. Very relaxing. And he has lives. And he comes in, he hangs out with the reseller community. Um, Jeffrey, I've never seen you buy anything though. You just like hanging out. I guess, I go to the drone community and I watch fish tanks. And I watch fishing. And, but I don't fish and I don't have a drone. And, well, I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I could probably do sunrise and sunset videos from the beach, but I don't. Um, and so I hang out with a lot of people. I don't do what they do. I just enjoy seeing it. Like the fishing videos, I like seeing the water. With the fish tank videos, I like seeing the water. I love waterfall videos too. National Park Princess is one of my favorites. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jeffrey. I don't know if you, well, my mother passed away on Good Friday this year, and the grief is heavy. I try um, to stay away from reminders of it, but it's difficult to have balance after you lose someone. There is no time limit on grief. Matter of fact, I went to a friend's live last night, and it has been 5 years since her mother passed, and she just started crying. She had been uncontrollably crying, and she went on, and she was doing this, and this is something that I hadn't done, to my knowledge, since I was a young child. But she was crying so hard, she was doing the, and I did that when I was a kid, and I hadn't seen an adult do it. I had childhood asthma, and me having lost my mother, so this year, and before my mother passed away, my two aunts passed away. My The first one that passed away, she went to her brother's funeral. Now, her brother was not blood related to me because she's an aunt in law. She wasn't blood related to me, but I grew up with her being my auntie. And it didn't matter, she wasn't blood. She was family for sure. And her brother on her side of the family passed away, and she went up to his funeral, and it was during a blizzard, and we all live in Florida. And she had arthritis, and she came home, and she still couldn't walk when she got home. When she went up there, she had to be put in a wheelchair because of the cold, because of her arthritis. So when she came home, she never walked again, and she passed away from going to her brother's funeral. I kid you not. And then 9 days after we lost her, we lost another aunt. It was a blood aunt. It was my father's sister, and she passed away. And then just a couple of months later, we lost mom. Good morning, Tooch Man. But so this friend of mine who sent me gifts and bereavement money for bereavement food was bawling crying last night on her live, and I had to leave because um, I was crying too, and it's like it's contagious. Um, I kind of got a little upset yesterday, not over the person that was grieving their mother. I would never tell anybody not to grieve. And if I'd have been in the room with her, I'd have given her a hug. But there's not a lot you can do from across the miles as far as comfort. I had already sent her a gift because I knew this date was coming up for her. But I was in a live, and I have some of my friends from YouTube or on my Facebook page. Do y'all have people? I mean, TJ's on my Facebook page, uh, Giggles, FPV. And so when I put something on my Facebook page, it's for my family and for my closer friends. And she came in a chat with all these people and started discussing, asking me about a medical issue I had posted on Facebook. And I hadn't talked about it on YouTube. So it's like, you ever go to a live and somebody's not there that's normally there, and people say something like, oh, they're not here, they're having something's going on with them, but I'm not going to say what it is because it's not my story to tell. And I feel that about what I put on my Facebook page, that's my story. And if I go into a YouTube live and I've got somebody that's a crossover friend with Facebook or Instagram or any other social media, I don't expect them to discuss what I'm discussing on my Facebook page because that's more personal to me. I do share a lot on YouTube. So it's just like you want to feel like you're in control of the information about your person, you know, I feel the same way. I don't want somebody to come. So anyway, I removed her from my Facebook friends because I felt betrayed. Even though she was expressing concern, that whole group of people that was in that chat room um, was, they don't know what's on my Facebook page. They don't know about my life. Um, Not everything. Like I said, I do share a lot, but I felt betrayed by it because, like, people say when somebody's not there and there's something going on and they know what's going on, and they politely say, it's not my story to tell. So when that person comes back, they get to choose how much of that story, or if they're gonna share, or they're gonna share it all. I've seen people get into a lot of trouble on YouTube, and it can happen on Facebook now too. That they just share too much about their health, and things change. Like I was telling somebody the other day. Let me see. Shared this on a live. Okay, my friend that I sent a gift because I knew she had this bereavement week coming up. I was preparing a box of goodies for her. And I prepared the box of goodies. And then I realized it was Prime Week, Prime Day. So I went to Amazon and I ordered her the things that were part of the care package I was going to send her. It was this little tiny box of little things. And some of it was, well, I won't even say what it is in case she does an unboxing. But it was just, so somebody later could say, well, you didn't send her the blah, blah, blah. You lied. But I didn't lie. I changed my mind off camera. So it's like sometimes when you're only getting bits and pieces, you could take those bits and pieces somebody has given you and say, okay, this person lied. But things change. People change your mind, circumstances change, and the person hasn't lied at all. It's just there's information you don't know about what's going on in their life. Because I may think, well, if I say today I'm going to do A, B, and C, and then it ends up I don't do A, B, and C because I started to do A, and then something happened that created a need for me to do something completely different. So the next day, somebody could come back and say, "Well, you lied. You said you were going to do B and C, and you didn't do B or C." And so I think we all need to be careful about saying somebody's dishonest, or if somebody else says somebody is total liar or has been dishonest, to take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I won't believe anything about you until I hear it from you. Good morning, Scarlett. How you doing? See, it took me a long time to say good morning to Scarlett, and I don't see you right away because a lot of times I'll be doing unboxings. I got a lot of boxes around here from Tooch. Oh my goodness. I'll be honest with you, Tooch. I haven't done unboxing for quite a while. Um, and that's like when the thing happened with the Little Diverse Library, somebody came, they messaged me on Facebook Marketplace, said they were coming over to get books. Okay, fine. I don't really, the library is out there on the street. So she came and she took all the books. And the library, it's for all the children in the community to take just to her kids. So I looked at her Facebook Marketplace page, and she had quite a long list of listings. So I messaged her, and I wasn't accusatory. I just said, "Did you take all the books?" I said, "Those books are for all the kids in the community." And she's like, "Oh, it's a misunderstanding." And she brought some of the books back. But there was 2 hours there that I was very upset, nervous, didn't know if she was going to bring the books back. And we're talking 40 to 50 children's books, and $5 to $15 each. Typically. I had Tooch Man, who's a reseller. He had donated some of the books, and she kept the Disney books, by the way. But anyway, she just took what was really listable. When she brought the books back that were unlistable, kind of, sort of. So, that's how it went. And it took me months to build up that collection out there. I mean, I do want the books to be, children in the community come and get the books. It's not one person, and not one person with a profit motive. It's not out there for flippers or resellers to come and take. I did have a gentleman contact me when I very first listed it on Marketplace that worked at a flea market, and he said he wanted to make donations. And I kind of felt like he was going to do what she did. He was going to come and make exchanges and take what was the most valuable, and leave something in its place that wasn't. Now, if the children in the neighborhood want to come and take the most valuable book and enjoy it and read it because that's what it's for, that's a different thing. So, had a really bad experience. I've removed the listing from Facebook Marketplace, but there are books back out there right now. But that took a lot of my energy. I'm disabled, and moving those books back and forth, I have to do it slowly. I have to take my walker through grass, which is very hard for me. And then my neighbor comes up and wants to talk to me while I'm trying to make videos. I talk to her, but, you know, I'm sitting out there, not sitting with my feet up while she's talking to me. And I get inflammation in my legs. So all of that just really zapped my energy. So I wasn't able to create my video this weekend for Christmas in July, which, so she hit my wallet because she took my energy, time and energy and all of that you could be working to better yourself and your family is also stolen when somebody does something let's just say usurious like that. So all the time I had to spend. Now I do need to allocate time for the Little Diverse Library, but I like to do it on my timetable, not on somebody that's, greedy. But, crime happens. She knew what she was doing, and a lesson learned. So when I relist the item, it's going to be listed as limit 2 books per person. And, I didn't really put a limit on it, but everybody kind of knows how those libraries work. And, there hasn't been one person that said, you know, that she had the right to do that, that was okay, that was still moral. Nobody has said that. I have one person that said, I'm confused. I thought the books were free. Well, they are free, but they're for everybody, not just for one family or one person. But it's okay too. Just thank you so much for being understanding. Yeah, there were a couple people in the reseller community that donated books, and I had bought or sourced books through several people. There was a beautiful book I had gotten from Johnny, New England Cajun Roots Reseller, that is, it was a book from Sesame Street, and it says, "We're the same, we are different." And I put several of those books in this library, and then I took the rest to church, and they were given out at Vacation Bible School. But we're completely out of those books, and that's a really wonderful book. And I don't know if she got all of those, because I put books in, a few go here and there. So I didn't honestly know everything that was out there when that happened. And I think it would take away the joy of having it if I had to keep a running inventory and a running tally of what all the books were worth, because I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for the greed. I source books whenever I can. Some of the books I had bought new from Amazon. I had a wonderful book by about Katherine Johnson, the African American mathematician that was responsible for computing the orbit for the first moon mission landing, which happened in, I believe, 1969, or was it 1968? Let me think. No, it was earlier than that. Let me think. I know that the first moonwalk was on July 21st, and the first moon landing was on July 20th, but I'm not remembering the year. So let me see. Yeah, I think it was 69. Okay, I was right the first time. Nobody's helping me with the trivia this morning, but it's okay. Let me see. I want to do an enveloping. Marty? Okay, right around the corner here on top of the boxes, there is a white envelope type. Yes, that. Okay. Now, I haven't talked about Tooch Man all that much, but Tooch Man is with the East Coast Resellers, which is the core of the East Coast Resellers is Tooch Man, Teresa from Yarn Again, and also Dawn from Dawn Southern Finds. And this envelope is from Teresa. I don't want to, the address is on this side over here, so I don't want to show that. I'm going to go ahead and envelope this package from Teresa. I went back and looked at my history of saying unenveloping, and I don't think the first video I did about unenveloping was marked unenveloping. I had it before I started saying unenveloping. I said unpacking for a while, Ooh, this looks pretty. Ooh. Okay, let's start off with this little change purse. This is from Orlando. All of these, I have brought to auction souvenirs. And if the tourist industry keeps going downhill, souvenirs could become rare. And so, and I had already started collecting some souvenirs. It started with my brother used to live in California, and we would go out on vacations to California every once in a while to visit, and we would hit, all the wonderful sights around San Francisco. We went to Chinatown and Japantown. Like here's uh, Carlsbad Caverns, and this is a place I've never gone, but I got I got a souvenir from some reseller from that. So here we go. Oh, look at this. This is pretty. Look at this. Oh, this is like something you could put toiletries or jewelry in. Hold on. I know my audience is almost all male this morning, but look, Scarlett. Isn't that gorgeous? And I just got a necklace, and oh, where is it? I had to find it later. But I just got a necklace for my sister-in-law, and I got another necklace in here in a box. So this says handcrafted jewelry roll, handcrafted in India. And the price tag's been torn off, but I could put a little sticker or something there. But this is neat. Oh, and this comes off, like if you want to put a bracelet or something, or put a necklace, and we have a little pouch here. I always check the pouches and pockets of everything. I'm sure Teresa does too. But this one. Yeah, and this is the pouch goes down this way on that. I was expecting it to go that way, but it goes this way. So this is just lovely. And I've got it. Oh, and there's a pouch here too. Oh, this could make, let's see what this ribbon does. Okay. I guess you could hang that in your closet too. Very nice. You put a scarf in there folded down. Now this would be nice, something to take on a trip, to put your jewelry in just for the trip. I love that. It's just gorgeous. Okay. This looks highly unusual. Just cut this piece of tape here. Okay. I don't remember ordering this, but I'm sure I did, or Teresa wouldn't have sent it to me. Look at those lights. Is this a little purse? I don't know. I might drop that off at the zone office. And because Jacksonville's so big, we have like probably, I know at least 10 offices all over the county, because you could fit 3 Chicagos and more in Duval County. And so each quadrant, I guess is what they call them, of Jacksonville has police stations. And then there's the main station downtown. And I talked about Docomomo, which is the local organization that's into architecture. And the Duval County Police Station has a secret room in the basement, and I've been to it. just because I went on a tour, not for any other reason. And Teresa always sends this wonderful thank you sticker or card. It says, "Thank you. When you support a small business, you're supporting a dream. Your purchase made my day. I hope this package brightens yours. I really appreciate your support." And thank you, Teresa. I appreciate your support too. And she sent this little sticker with crocheting on it. I love stickers. Now, this is a keychain with like a, I don't want to open this up. I don't want to cut this. I don't think I can open this without cutting it. Let me see. Let me try from this side. Oh, it does open without cutting. Okay. Oh, it's got a little precision screwdriver in it. That's great for glasses. If you ever have problems with your glasses. And this looks like a horseshoe, but this is a key ring. How interesting. Oh, I see. You take the screwdriver and you take off this rod and you put your keys or key on here. This will be great for special keys I have for just something specific on my property. I'm not going to say more than that. But that's awesome. I think you'd have a problem knowing where the little screwdriver is, but you'd have to put it in a special place if you ever needed to take the keys off. But let's see what this beautiful thing is. But my idea about this is to take it to the police, and they have educational programs with kids throughout the year, and they could pass those on to the kids. And this is a beautiful copper table runner. Just lovely. I love this. Just look at that shine. And, you know, this is perfect. It's kind of a rusty orange. Matter of fact, we were discussing this color because I have a chair that I call burgundy. And then somebody else said, no, it's not burgundy. It's rust. And then somebody else thought it was pumpkin. So, but anyway, regardless of what color you call it, looks orange to me now. It's perfect for the fall. Let's see who else has come in. Oh, good morning, Deb's Wood Burning. And Regina, how you doing? Regina, yesterday on my live, I enveloped your beads. I won't say more than that. And they were so much fun. I have them in a box over here. I'm thinking about giving them to a music teacher to give to kids, but I'll have to talk to her about that. And I've got another box here from Ray Ray. And the box from Ray Ray is full of toys. I ordered that around Easter, and I was going to distribute them around Easter, and life events prevented me from putting them in the library and doing that. But good morning, Deb. This knife, this dragon knife, I got from Deb. And I'm using this a lot on my unboxings. So, Deb, you're going to see what I got from you and my unboxing from you over and over and over into probably 2026. It took me a minute to figure out how to open it because knives can be tricky. And this one, you got to kind of partially close very slowly as you're pushing the thing in that's blocking the blade. And then once it's past a certain point, then completely close it. It took me a minute to figure that out. It's got a really nice clip on it. I love this blue metallic look. And I love that it's a dragon. Like I said earlier, I played Dungeons and Dragons off and on for decades and really had fun with it. So there's my dragon knife that I got from Deb's Wood Burning. I don't know if this unboxing is probably going to be in 2026, Deb. Just saying, but I really love the items I ordered from you. So I'll put that back over here in my cup. I got to do that gently because it's a regular coffee mug. It's it's glass or porcelain. But anyway, I love all this stuff that I got from Teresa, and this will help me with my community outreach. I don't think I'm going to put these in the Little Diverse Library with what's going on these days, but maybe the Officer Friendly that goes to the schools, or they can use this for treats for the kids that they come across. I know I knew a state trooper one time that kept teddy bears in his truck for when kids were involved with, their parents were being arrested or something, and they would comfort the children until, the social worker could get there to pick up the kids and those kind of situations. Police officers see a lot of heartbreaking stuff, but I appreciate you all coming in and visiting me, and my apologies to everyone that I don't say hello to immediately, because since I do live unboxings, unenvelopings, unpackings on my channel, I'm busy in front of the camera a lot of times, and I don't see everybody as they come in. So it's a different kind of live. I may not acknowledge everybody in the chat, and there are mornings that all I do is watch the chat. I kind of switch out, and please don't think that I think less of you or I'm ignoring you if I don't immediately say hello. I hope the gentleman that said that didn't leave thinking that I was being a snob to him, because I really do enjoy his channel and I respect him as a person. So I respect you all. And you all have a wonderful and blessed day.